I must say that coming into these playoffs, I never would have thought that both the wild card teams would make it to the World Series. But you know what? They have, and congratulations to the Kansas City Royals on their American League Championship, and also congratulations to the San Francisco Giants on their National League Championship. Both teams, very, very hard fought to get here, very well deserving to be here, of course, and very good teams, very pretty evenly matched teams, almost kind of the same teams. Both these teams, don't really have much, but what they do have, they are taking advantage completely of what they have, and they are just completely clicking on all cylinders. I like the way that both these teams are playing right now. Now, I'm very happy for the fans in Kansas City, and also, hats off to the Giants for getting to their, trying to go for their third World Series in the course of 5 years. So congratulations to both those teams. But you know what? It's time for the World Series, and may the best man win. I'm looking at the Royals, and the Royals are just completely all around a good team right now. They are, they're offensively clicking very well. They're defensively clicking extremely well, and you know what? They're running the bases well. They're stealing their way through these games. They're winning. They're on an 8-game playoff winning streak. Their manager has never been to the playoffs before, and he has won 8 straight games in the playoffs. And so my hats off to him as well. This Royals team is very good. Defensively, they've been just outstanding. I mean, how many amazing defensive plays are we going to see from the Royals in these playoffs? We've seen countless already. Anywhere from back-to-back diving catches from center field, to anywhere to the third base, hot corner, baby, just taking away base hits. It's crazy that these Royals are just doing so good. I think that it's good for the confidence. It definitely, they have a lot of confidence right now. I think they feel that no one can beat them, that they can beat anyone. And when you have that confidence, it carries a lot. When you feel no one can beat you, a lot of people can't beat you. And I think that's just really good to have. I'm very happy for the Royals. I'm happy that they're doing so well. Obviously, a lot of people already know it's their first World Series since 1985. It's been 29 years since they've been to the World Series, and they actually won it in 1985 also. I think I'm very proud of them. I'm very happy for them. Their pitching's doing good. I think their pitching should do good this series. I think their defense is going to stay right on point. We might see a couple more awesome plays by their defense, which, that I'm looking forward to that, definitely. And then, offensively, they're clicking as well. They're getting runners on base, and they're scoring those runners, and that is very important. That's just amazing. I think that they're working very hard. Team is what it's all about, and they're showing us that. I'm very happy that 2 wild card teams made it to the World Series, because you know what? These 2 teams are the most deserving to be here. Both these teams weren't the hottest team in their league. The Royals were not the hottest team all year in the American League, and neither were the Giants in the National League. So I think it's awesome that they're both playing really well right now, and they both got here. There's a lot of good things to say about the Royals, but there's also a lot of good things to say about the San Francisco Giants as well. They're on fire. Their pitchers have stepped it up when they haven't been that good this year during the regular season. The playoffs, they're all stepping it up. They're thriving off this doubt, like I said in my other prediction video. They're thriving off this doubt that they're not going to win the series or they're not going to win the matchup. They have been doubted in every single playoff matchup they've had this far. They've been doubted in the wild card game against the Pirates, which they absolutely destroyed them. 8-0, 9-0, something like that. Absolutely destroyed them in Pittsburgh. They were completely doubted against the Nationals, who were arguably the best National League team in the regular season. And they're also doubted against the Cardinals because of the Cardinals' lockdown pitching. Obviously, their pitching didn't do that well because the Giants beat them 4-1. So, this team is very good. They've been proving everybody wrong. And, I'm happy to see that a team is proving all these critics wrong. The media can say whatever they want. The media can say, I can sit here and tell you, and other people on YouTube can sit here and tell you that the Giants aren't good, they're not consistent, their pitching's not good, they have no offensive strategy, their coach is good, but their players are indisciplined, whatever. It doesn't matter. You can say that about any team, any sport, any time. But you know what does matter is the team. It's not about what the media says, because it's about who's sitting next to you in that clubhouse, who's sitting next to you on that bench. It's about who wants it more. And we see this from both the Royals and the Giants this year. We see that they want it extremely bad. Both these teams don't have much, like I said. I mean, you look at their lineups and you're like, you know what? This team can't win a World Series this year. You know? But then you watch them play and you're like, holy cow, this team's going to win the World Series, you know? And it's just crazy that, you know, everyone's doubting all the Giants, and they're just completely just destroying everybody. I mean, and then also, of course, the Royals are destroying everybody too, since they're on that 8-game playoff winning streak. But you know what? It's good to see that when you don't have a lot, this is the perfect example of people coming together, playing as a team for that common goal. You come together for that common goal. And, you know, there's a little example I like to use is, you know, when you have a team, you have to play together if you want to win a championship. You have a chain. The chain is held together by links. All right? You have multiple links, but if one of those links break, that chain is useless. The chain is no good anymore. You got to keep everyone doing their job. You know, just do your job and you will win a championship. It's proven. It's a proven theory. You do your job, you play as a team, you will win a championship. And I think that's what both these teams are doing, you know. I think it's just, I'm just so happy that both wildcard teams got the chance to make it to the World Series. I mean, it's great that they did this, you know, because this is the first time in the history that both wildcard teams made it to the World Series and they're playing each other. I think that's awesome. The Royals, you know, having a great postseason and making it to the first World Series that they've been to since 29 years, and then the Giants trying to get their third World Series in 5 years. I mean, that's a dynasty right there. You know, this is a great organization with the San Francisco Giants. You know, you can hate on them all you want, but you're only hating on them because they're good. You know, they've proved it to us that they're a stellar organization. They've got great coaching, a great front office. They've got people getting those butts in those seats. They've had countless sellouts. I mean, they've got a very, very committed fan base to this team. And, you know, I think that's good. You know, this is an elite franchise, and they're very experienced in the playoffs. The Royals, on the other hand, are not a very experienced team in the playoffs. I'm not only talking about the franchise, which we all know is not experienced very much in the playoffs, since it's been 29 years since they've even been to the World Series. But this team, the people on this team, have not even been to the playoffs. I mean, this is a very young team. And this team, the Royals team, is not built to win a World Series this year. But they're here. They've been playing good. They've been playing as a team. They've been playing awesome. They're here. So, you know, both these teams deserve to be here. And it's awesome to see that they're both here. You know, it's so hard to just make a prediction off these two teams. I mean, I've been wrong about my predictions already in the playoffs, as well as many other people. You know, it's so hard to just choose a team that you think is going to win. The games are going to be played 2 in Kansas City, 3 in San Francisco, and then 2 in Kansas City back in Kansas City if it's necessary. I don't think anyone's going to get swept. I think the Royals, you know, they have that playoff winning streak right now, but it's going to get snapped because, you know why? You're in the World Series. You're playing a very hot San Francisco Giants team. This streak is not going to last forever. And I think multiple people would agree that, you know what, the Royals are going to lose a game. There's no way they're not going to lose a game. They might even lose the series. There's no way they're not going to lose a game against the San Francisco Giants in the World Series. The Giants are too experienced. They're too good to even let themselves be swept, you know? So, I mean, and the Royals too. The Royals are too good to even let themselves be swept either. So, I think, you know, the first 2 games, which are in Kansas City, I think they'll go 1-1. I think one team will win one game, the other team will win the other game. I don't know who's going to win which game. It's Shields versus Bumgarner in Game 1. I mean, that could go either way. We've seen Bumgarner destroy teams. We've also seen people get into a little rhythm against Bumgarner. So, I mean, that could go either way, absolutely. But I do think it will go 1-1 in Kansas City. When you go back to San Francisco to play those 3 games there, I think the Kansas City will win 2 of them, and the Giants will win 1 over there, making the series 3-2 in favor of the Royals going back to Kansas City. I do think the Giants will win Game 6, however, and then you know, Game 7, it's gonna be, you know, if there is a Game 7, it's gonna be a very intense game. home field advantage, I guess, like in every sport, home court advantage, home field advantage, whatever it may be, is very important, especially in the playoffs. So I think that might help the Royals a little bit. Game 7, these teams are very good. It's so hard to even decide who's going to win this. But, I honestly think that the Royals will come away with Game 7. I think the Royals will come away with this championship. I saw this awesome thing on ESPN after they won the ALCS. It was awesome. It was this, just this clip, a clip of showing them all these highlights from this year and how it's meant to be this year for the Royals, And you know what? We all create our own destiny. This is baseball. It's just a game. A lot of people may think that the Royals, it's just meant to be for them, and that may be the case. We don't know. We won't find out until it'll take over a week, to even find out. But one thing is for certain: the Royals seem like the top dog, but the Giants have been doubted in every single series matchup they've played this postseason. They were doubted in Pittsburgh in the wild card. They were doubted against the Nationals in the division series, and they were doubted against the Cardinals in the championship series. So this team has been time and time again proving us wrong, and it's great to see. The Giants can definitely take this World Series. They can just sweep it right under the Royals, and the Royals don't even know what the heck hit them. Like they've been doing to their teams all year. The Royals have been dominating teams, and the other team doesn't even know what hit them. But the Giants can do the exact same thing to this Royals team. That's why I think a lot of these teams are very evenly matched. These teams are very they're very well coached, and they're almost the same team. Like, it's crazy. These teams are very identical. So I just think that anything can happen in this World Series. Even though I think the Royals are going to win in 7 games, it can go the complete opposite. The Giants could sweep the Royals. We don't know. I'm just telling you what I think is going to happen. God willing that there's no injuries or controversy, I hope this is a very good World Series. I hope it is a World Series to remember. I do think it will be a World Series to remember. Like I said before, very proud of the Kansas City Royals, very proud of the San Francisco Giants for both making it here. Congratulations on winning the pennant for both of you guys. You guys both got a pennant under your belt. Another pennant, man. A lot of teams wish, are begging to be in your guys' position right now. I hope that the Giants and the Royals coaching staffs, players, fans, I hope they just soak this all in. Don't take it for granted that they're here. Because you know what? Life is short. Your career could end like that. You need to soak it all in. You need to be grateful for where you are. You just need to calm down, relax, do what you've been doing all year. And if both these teams have been doing what they've been doing all year and throughout the playoffs, this will be a very good World Series. I think we're in for a very good World Series. I'm very happy to see both these teams here. I'm very excited to watch this World Series. I think a lot of other people are too. This will be a World Series to remember. Like I said before, I pray to God that there are no injuries. Everyone stays safe and everyone plays good. There's no fights, no controversy, anything like that. I'm very happy for both these teams. Hats off to the coaching staff, the fans, the players, the trainers for both these teams. I'm very proud of both these teams. I'm very happy to see what's going to happen in the World Series here this year. And you know what? We're just going to have to wait and see, because anything can happen. This is baseball. That's the beauty of this game, that anything can happen. It's just, we're in for a treat this year, I think. So, you know what? I'm going to be the 21st, October 21st, first game of the World Series. It's going to be in Kansas City. I'll be watching. I know a lot of other people in this world will be watching, millions and millions. You know what? Let's just go out there, do your thing, and we're going to see what happens in this World Series. Good luck to both teams. I'm very excited to see what's going to happen.